Alright, welcome back everyone. So I wanted to take a look at the Medivac. I'm a little late to the party here because I had grown-up stuff to do today. Our sink faucet was leaking, so I had to replace it. But I did replace it, so that's good. Felt good to get that all done. Anyway, so I'm late because of that. So y'all have probably seen this already, but this is not my technically first time through it. It's my first opinions on it, but I did walk through this a little bit beforehand. So I like the new elevator. The biggest thing I looked at through when I was doing this, there's an elevator at front, and then there's a hatch in the back, not big enough for the nurse like many had expected. But I like a lot of these assets. Obviously, it's very Zeus type based, and I'm looking forward to Connie updates related to this. So obviously, the pilot chair and the co-pilot chair, I already did try it out a little bit. I like the view. I'll go ahead and hop in the seat just so we can take a quick look at it. Both the guns can be used by the pilot, which is great. So a la kind of Zeus. I think the Zeus has the same kind of setup. 2 size 4s and 2 size 3s, I believe. So you can see the turret on the top. I did replace it. Typically it's a Gatlin ballistic gun, but I went ahead and swapped it out for a couple size 3s. So we've got 2 size 4s and 2 size 3s, and they're both pilot controlled, which is great. This is going to be pretty competitive against the Zeus, minus the fact that obviously you can't carry cargo. So maybe more competitive against the ES with an extra shield in the medevac side, because I think the ES only has 3 shields. I didn't actually look at this before. Retract. I think that's ramp. What does that say? Rails. Oh, okay. Oh, you can... okay, that's cool. So this is the elevator controls. I actually kind of knew that, but I didn't know the rails part. So that's cool. You can retract the rails. Let me bring that back up. I think they just go in. I don't think you see those on the outside, which means they don't really go anywhere. They kind of, I guess, like almost Russian style doll kind of collapse in on each other, I guess is the best way to put it. Yeah, because they're not out there externally. So yeah, so they're not like sticking out the bottom, which is cool. But they look solid. So it's, I don't know the actual tech behind that. It's kind of like the torpedo tube in the Polaris. You have to use your imagination. It must collapse in on itself. Anyways, 2 beds here, which is nice for a crew of 2. And then you got a little seat here for the seating area. And you got a fire extinguisher here. There's a little bathroom here. Surprisingly, they didn't do the mirror setup, but that's okay. I mean, they'll get there, I think, across the board. This all feels very more Polaris-y than it does Zeus-y, some of these assets, but like it overall. Also kind of reminds me of the TAC a little bit too with the coloring and everything. So you have a microwave here, essentially a little food kind of setup to be used. Again, you have your beds here. And then we'll make our way to the back. Nothing else going on in here. I think there's storage up here. So storage, and there's tons of storage actually, fair amount on this. 4.5, so a little less than half of an SCU. It's 0.45 essentially of one SCU, and then you got it on both sides. All right, let's head towards the back. So we have components here. There'll be more components. There's this is engineering section 1, if you will. There's shields and stuff in the back, but you have an engineering terminal here. We have 1 power plant. I did remove a cooler. It should have 2, but right now coolers aren't that important, so I do swap them out usually to lower the EM signature. Here's the second cooler, the second power plant, and then the jump drive itself. There is a terminal here for a couple fuses as well, and again, there's the terminal for engineering. Then we make our way. This is now the medical rooms. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I wasn't able to find it in the patch notes, but I'm not able to swap out the medical modules. Right now I am stuck with the 2 size 2s. How do I get to that room there? There's a door back. Oh, okay, so I think that's just the bathroom back there. I'm gone. Okay, I missed that originally. So let's go around and look at the module here, and let's check out the module. So this is the same on both sides, because again, I only have the size 3s. I have all of them. Obviously, you get all of them with the ship, but I can only use the size 3, which again, it seems fine. I'm sure they'll get that fixed. So 0.15, not a lot, or 150K, that is pretty small. That's like a 10th, right? A little more than a 10th. It's almost the 20th. So it's a pretty small amount of storage here. I do like the little fridge here too. There's only 2, which is kind of interesting for 3 beds. Oh, there's one over here too. Okay, so a couple of these modules, but they're all relatively small. I mean, you add them all up, it's 4.5. So it's the same storage. All 3 of these together is the same storage of the bin that is in the crew quarter area, if I'm mathing correctly. Now, they do mention in the patch notes that you can't put the goo in right now. So you just have to use insurance scam to get the goo going. I don't even see where the goo goes. Isn't it? Oh yeah, so it's supposed to be There's the video picture. It should go in here somewhere. I recall, like, right here-ish, maybe? I recall in the medical documentation, they kind of show that it's got to be on that side. I vaguely think that it may go here, or maybe I'm just missing it. No, it goes here. I'm wrong. So it goes here. I vaguely recall like that part moving, this arm, and there being goo, but I guess maybe that's a different medical bed. So they're here on the sides. That's the medical goo. I forget what I was saying before. All right, so back here should be a bathroom. This was originally in the original concept. Yep, nice bathroom actually. Still no mirror tech there, but that's okay. Again, I don't really mind. I mean, it's not like I'm coming here to check my character out. Nice bathroom, though. No shower? That's a bit surprising. You would think in here somewhere would probably be some sort of shower, but I like it either way. Again, I kind of skipped over this, but this is a fridge, which is kind of cool. So you can close and open this fridge spot. I honestly, I wonder if they'll do medical goo as they are working on the tech to make it stuff time sensitive. So I wonder if medical goo will have to be kept cold. Because a couple of the different medical ships do have some sort of ship. Obviously, the C8R has like goodies, so that it's a mini fridge for your goodies. This module is gonna be the exact same, so we don't necessarily need to go look at that. But again, bathroom back there, same module setup here. Did I miss anything on the side door here? No. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm wondering if the medical goo will need refrigeration. But the C8R has a fridge, the working one, and again, it's used as like a bar mini fridge, if you will. I think these are rule of cool. They're kind of a little panel here, admin crew, kind of like a little to-do list or something with different escape pods. Again, I think rule of cool here. I think they just had something to fill the space. It's the same on both sides. I can't imagine these change with the modules either because the modules are all back here. All right, these sides kind of mirror each other here. There is an engineering terminal back here as well. And this is going to be some of the shields back here as well as the relays. So there's 2 shields here. There's going to be 2 on the other side. There's a gravity thing here once they get it going. Obviously right now we don't have it. I don't know if this is a locker for... I don't have an extra large gun. I don't know if this is a suit locker. That's what I'm leaning towards because it seems to be too big for a large gun rack. Otherwise, these are gun racks here. And then you have pistol / tool rack at the top as well. So if I pull up my med gun, and then same thing with the... oh, I can't... Okay, so just med gun and pistol rack. You actually can't put a multi-tool up there. But again, with all the storage, you just put it in the storage bin. That's fine. Now, I believe this is the drone section back here, and they decided to keep it in, but obviously the drones are not coming. I don't think the drones will ever come, to be completely honest. I would like to see this reworked as a section that goes down, similar to the Crusader Intrepid, and then load people from there. I would like to see this go down, and again, just allow people to use this and pull them in. It's interesting it says triage here because, again, being able to use this as a bit of a triage section, I don't know how they would go about doing that because that's what it's intended for, right? The drone is supposed to pull in here and then you would unload the people and put them in the rooms. That all makes sense to me, so maybe make this work as an elevator. Like, I don't see why we don't necessarily do that. I mean, it'd be cool to have a Nursa fit in here or some sort of ship that could fit in here. I just don't see a small enough craft to really do that. It would just be a bed, essentially. I don't know. Again, right now, just having an elevator and then having some sort of bed, you can, or just tractor people in here. For now, I'd just like to see it as an elevator. So I'll stop there. I'm kind of rambling at this point, but I can't envision. It'd be cool to have a vehicle in here, to be honest, but I just can't envision what kind of vehicle. You could put a Pulse in here, probably. I will show the Pulse in a minute. I do have one in the back. So you can use it as a little Pulse parking garage if you wanted to, but it doesn't easily come in and out of here because this door doesn't open or anything. So there's just nothing. There should be tech for that because this should be able to open because of the... Maybe they just haven't worked that in, but this should be accessible on the outside, again, due to the fact that it's made for drone gameplay, unless this was always meant to go down. It should be accessible one of those 2 ways, maybe even out the top. So anyways, same thing on this side and similar components as well here. I don't think it has the relay. Yeah, no relay here. We have a battery, which we don't have yet, and then 2 more shield generators. Nothing on this side, and then this is kind of server stuff. I'm sure it'll be like flight blades and stuff. That was on both sides as well. And then moving towards the back here, again, I did put a Pulse in here. And I think easily you can get a Pulse to fit in that other, actually. We'll test it now. Do it live. Just like so. I think it just kind of goes to show. Again, it's too much work to do all this. Just leave it out where it was at before. But it just kind of shows the proportionality of this particular section. Easily fit a Pulse in here. Could probably get a couple Pulses in here. But again, some sort of ship that's medical based. Maybe even if it is like a dolly you can push around and then have that go down would be really cool. All right, I'm not going to belabor that. You get the idea. Continuing back through here, these don't appear, there's no components left, so it's just kind of a docking port. I mean, it does literally say docking port, and it has an open and close button here. And there we go. I think you can also probably get the pulse to fit out here, and I do like you can actually close this dock, like it's a very secure dock. Close this up, and then it says docking port on here. It does close the door too, which is kind of interesting, but yeah, docking collar. Your own little prison back here. But again, I think the pulse could probably fit out here. I just decided to bring it inside. That's about it. Let's look really quick at those sections. Gosh, that's got to be... It's not this far back, though. I'm wondering where the elevators would come out if they, in fact, were... Is it like here-ish? It's got to be right about there. Let's look up. Yeah, maybe. So there's the missiles there. Maybe it's meant... I can't show that zone, but this zone right here... Maybe right there, it's meant the drones are maybe meant to come out there. Again, the drone stuff I think became such a, they just totally closed off from that. I don't know if they even thought through where the drones would come out and things of that nature. This winglet here might be in the way of, like I said, that kind of elevator plan. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk about it again, but I was just trying to confirm, like, if in fact, I don't think it goes in the, I don't know, does it go in the engine area? Let's go back in there really quick. Sorry, I'm belaboring it. So that's about it for those that wanted to check out the Apollo. Thank you all for checking out the Apollo with me. But maybe they are in the wings. Are we in the wings right now? Oh, we are in the winglets, I think. Right? Am I crazy? Let me know your comments down below. I think it's possible right back there we might be actually in the engine nacelle. Let me know what y'all think. It's possible that we're in the nacelle there when we're doing that. Oh yeah, and this is a drone pump out here. That's a weird spot. Yeah, I'd like to see that, like, smoothed out, right? And, yeah, I'm thinking we're maybe in the nacelle there, or right in between the nacelle. It's hard to tell. Actually, a person wouldn't be able to fit through here, so we're not in the nacelle there. It's got to be along the side here. Anyways, again, that's about it. Hope you all enjoy it. I am looking forward to the ship joining the verse and then finishing out the modules. Again, it could just be me that is having that problem, and maybe other people are able to get other modules, but I look forward to other builds. And I look forward to the paints. They have a couple of paints that they have showed on the Pipeline Discord. I'll try to put those in as well. Anyways, thank you all for checking the video. Catch y'all next time.